Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the hundreds and hundreds of True School Sports subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, Floyd Mayweather's coming out. He's now in his semi-retirement mode, and he's also, a promoter. He's got Mayweather Promotions, which, to be honest, if you look at their stable of fighters, they don't have a whole lot of standout fighters. The only guy that I really like from Mayweather Promotions is Badou Jack. That's really it. So I feel like he's got some work to do with his stable of fighters. That's just my opinion. There's a big fight at 168 that a lot of hardcore boxing fans want to see, and that being with Badou Jack and James DeGale. Now, people want to see this fight, and you know what? Usually, I would get mad at promoters for a unification fight and then wanting to marinate it, but as far as DeGale and DeGale and Badou Jack, I should say, as far as they go, they are guys who are obviously champions, who are good names, who are exciting fighters who I like to watch, but they both do need to build up their names a little bit more for that to be a bigger fight. So I wouldn't mind seeing that. I keep saying Groves. Badou Jack and James DeGale both get some more, like at least one or two more wins under the belt, and then do the fight. Because, like I said, they're not the biggest of names right now. But let's get into the quotes. He said, Mayweather says, I quote, "James DeGale is a very, very good fighter, and he is solid." Then he goes on to say that, where is it? If he continues to win and Badou continues to win, which I truly believe both will, the ultimate goal is to match those two in a super bout down the line. And then, so there it is, straight from the horse's mouth. He wants the fight to happen, but he wants them to get a couple more fights under their belt. So hopefully, I'm hoping one or two more fights, and then they both can fight each other now. I'm not sure if I've said this on air, but I've said this somewhere talking about boxing. I truly believe that if I had to do a pound for pound list, which I'm going to do probably later on tonight when I get home, if I had to do a pound for pound list, James DeGale would probably be my number 10, because he's showing pound for pound skills in the ring, switching up stances on a dime, creating punch angles on a dime. He's beaten two very solid opponents. Better than most people's last two fights in boxing. You look at him coming to the USA, going to Boston, beating Andre Durrell in a close fight, but a fight he did win, and then going to Montreal, Canada to fight Lucien Bute, a guy that people thought he'd destroy, but Bute showed a lot of heart and courage and fought very well. So I like him as my number 10 pound for pound fighter in the world. And as far as Badou Jack, I picked against him in the George Groves fight. I picked George Groves to win. I felt like the experience factor and the fact that he's fought in an environment like 80,000 people at Wembley Stadium would help him coming to the States. It didn't help him so much. He definitely lost that fight. It was pretty close. But these guys are both trending upward, I'd say. They're both trending upward, and hopefully, especially for Badou Jack, he needs to get in the ring soon, because it's February. His last fight was on September 12th, I believe. So that's be a 5-month layout, like October, November, December, January. Yeah, he's coming up on a 5-month layoff. So I think the time would be either this month or next month for him to get a fight. So we'll see what happens, man. But Mayweather's coming out and he's saying that the plan is to match those two together in a fight, Badou Jack and James DeGale, that is, in a super fight down the line. Let me know what you guys think. James DeGale, Badou Jack, do you want to see that fight? And if they did fight, who do you think would win and why? Leave your comments down below. Take the time to subscribe. And you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys.